Alright, hello everyone. I did not think we were going to have to do a video on Labor Day, but this is an urgent matter because as of last night at precisely 7 p.m., Disney decided to remove channels off of Directv as a result of a carriage dispute. The same thing happened last year with Charter Spectrum. And in that matter, there was a resolution agreed to where ABC and ESPN came back. However, they removed FX and Freeform, so that way Spectrum customers could keep Disney Plus for whatever reason. I don't know what led up to that one, but yes. Let's get into the breaking news. Disney-owned channels, including ABC and ESPN, were pulled from the DirecTV lineup last night at 7 p.m. And I'll make this bigger so you can read this. After talks to reach a new distribution deal between the companies collapsed. The blackout started midway through ESPN's broadcast of the U.S. Open tennis tournament and just ahead of the NFL season opener this upcoming week. DirecTV and Disney are both blaming each other for causing the blackout. The only thing for certain is that DirecTV's roughly 11 million subscribers are the ones that are suffering. DirecTV says it's being prevented from offering more flexible package that can more closely cater to consumer interest, and that Disney is hurting consumers away from network TV by shifting content to Disney-owned streaming services like Hulu and Disney+. Disney is also accused of including a last-minute demand to waive all claims that its behavior is anti-competitive, according to DirecTV. So there's a quote here. Disney, meanwhile, says its channels are worth a premium that DirecTV is refusing to pay. So this is what the last deal was negotiated in 2019. That's what Reuters is reporting. So, again, this thing happened last year. That lasted 12 days. This time last year in 2023. So, let's get into what is currently affected here. Now, in terms of the channels that I am closely monitoring on my DirecTV app as I am recording this, I know for a fact that ABC is heavily affected, and we'll get into the Disney-owned and operated that are not on satellite. But as far as if you are a satellite customer and your ABC is owned by, let's say, Hearst Broadcasting, or in my case, Marquee Broadcasting here in Delmarva, you are not affected. But if you're trying to stream ABC on the DirecTV app because everything's integrated, well, guess what? You can't stream ABC right now. Now, A&E is listed as owned by Disney. History is owned by Disney. And Lifetime is owned by Disney. But as I'm speaking to you right now, I am still able to access those channels via the DirecTV app. But it was confirmed by a user on Twitter X last night that all the Disney Channel brands, that's Disney Channel, Disney Junior, and Disney XD, were heavily affected by this. You cannot stream those channels right now. FX, FXX, and FX Movie Channel, they are dark. And Freeform is affected. Now, as far as ESPN is concerned, the following channels are currently affected. Here's what we have right now according to the Wikipedia list. ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, ESPN News, ESPN Deportes, ACC Network, and the SEC Network are not available on DirecTV right now. Now let's get into the ABC owned and operated stations, which is technically owned by Disney. So if you are a satellite customer, the following channels are currently affected. KFSN, Fresno, California. KABC TV, Los Angeles. KGO, San Francisco. WLS in Chicago. WABC TV, my station back in New York, affected. Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina, WTVD. WPVI, Philadelphia. And lastly, KTRK in Houston. So there you have it. Those are the channels that are affected as a result of this outage. So, let's get into the programming that is going to be affected. So I'm going to pull up the Disney Media Networks and get into the particular situation right now. So, what programming is affected as a result of this? Well, ESPN-wise, you are not going to be able to watch the US Open on Directv. Last night's Sunday Night Baseball game was impacted. So if you were trying to watch the Braves take on the Phillies last night, you were impacted by this last night. Now, thankfully, here in Delmarva, I have Comcast, and I was able to watch the game last night after the NASCAR race ended. And I was able to watch the ending of it. Just like how, down here, I was able to watch the end of the USC LSU game. That game on ABC was not shown last night on DirecTV. As far as what's at stake on ABC, now we know in New York, for a fact, and San Francisco, there are a lot of people that were looking forward to watching the 49ers taking on the Jets in both San Francisco and in the New York TV markets. If a deal is not reached by September 9th, this could be chaotic. Now, as far as the ABC News debate, and I'm just going to confirm this right now, in terms of online, the good news is ABC has announced that you can stream the debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on their ABC News live platform. So the internet is a good option in terms of that. So I'm just checking to see right now if any other channels will be carrying it. So if you don't want to stream it, the good news is CBS, NBC, Fox, PBS, looks like CNN's showing it, Fox News is showing it, MSNBC should be showing it, and I would assume that C-SPAN's probably going to show it. So, you will be able to watch the debate next week. You'll just have to watch it on a different channel, which will be simulcasting ABC News. So, I don't see any legal boundaries that would not let DirecTV show the debate next week, but we'll see what that also occurs on. Now, if you are in New York, if you are in Chicago, you are in Houston, and you are in Los Angeles, for an example, and I know this for a fact, a week from today, September 9th, if a deal is not reached, you will not be able to watch Jeopardy! With Ken Jennings or Wheel of Fortune with Ryan Seacrest. That is going to be affected if a deal is not reached by next week. Now, also keep this in mind. The Emmys are expected to be shown on ABC. That might also get affected. And in terms of ABC, the number one program in the entire country right now, Abbott Elementary, may get impacted. Now, if it goes into that long, and I also want to mention General Hospital, the daytime soap, is also affected by this. Now, if you want replays of those shows, I would recommend to just get Hulu. General Hospital is shown every night at 8 p.m. on Hulu on the East Coast. As far as Abbott Elementary is concerned, that is available the next day. So, What are you supposed to do if you want a live up to the minute ABC network? Well, this is what I would recommend to do. Now, if you have a high VHF, what am I saying? And a low VHF too, I would recommend to get the RCA Smartboost antenna. I think that's your best bet going if you just want to be able to watch over the airwaves. In terms of if you are in, let's say, Fresno, California, or in Chicago, I would recommend to use the Winguard flat antenna. So those are your best options if you want to be able to pick up ABC over the airwaves. So I'll leave a link for those products in the description below from Amazon. I will also leave a link for a digital converter box that will be the best way to manually add the RF channel. That is the best way to do it. I have this as my main method of seeing what channels I can pick up in the Delmarva TV market. In fact, today, as I'm recording this video, I was able to pick up MeTV tunes. So I will leave that in the description below if you need help in terms of that. Now, ESPN Plus is another option if you are looking to watch the US Open, if you are looking to maybe watch the Jets versus 49ers on the internet. You could get Hulu Live TV. Let me go back to this page right here. You could get Fubo. You could get Sling TV. Because I know internet streaming is going to be the most convenient option until this is resolved. If you are a satellite customer, I would recommend to not get rid of the satellite right now. Let's say if you want to watch your local baseball team on your regional sports network, I would just say stick it out with Directv until this is resolved. Some of us are fortunate enough to have 2 cable providers. And again, I'm not affected. I can go on the Comcast Xfinity app and just watch ABC that way. Now, ABC is turning off their app in a matter of weeks. And so that makes things complicated as well here. So I don't know what's going to happen until this is resolved. So there's that factor into it too. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of weeks. And I want to mention one more thing before I wrap up this video. And I want to quickly talk about Freeform. And I was replying to a Twitter user about it last night. Yes, I still call X Twitter. Don't ask why. So to wrap up this video, let's talk about Freeform. Now, what I'm antsy about is October 6th. And why am I antsy specifically about October 6th, which is a Sunday? On October 6th, Freeform is set to premiere Hocus Pocus 2, the Disney Plus original movie, the sequel to the hit Hocus Pocus movie from the 90s. So it's supposed to have its world television debut on Freeform on Sunday, October 6th. And if a deal is not reached by then, just like how when Abbott Elementary is supposed to come back on October 9th on ABC, this is going to really have some serious implications. And so I hope in good faith that Disney and Directv will come to an agreement soon. They are talking. And I will mention, to conclude my remarks here, that Cord Cutters TV was also suggesting here on YouTube that you're going to have Venue Sports as another factor into it, because Directv is complaining, oh, we want to be able to offer a sports-only package on Directv or an entertainment-only package on Directv, because you tried that with Venue Sports and that got blocked, and that's in the courts right now. So that's another thing that I will mention here. So yeah, that's where I'm going to end it right here. In fact, hang on, it's not Disney Media Networks anymore. It's actually called Disney Media and Entertainment Distribution. Okay, I see that now. Okay. That makes sense. So that's where I'm going to end it, guys. I'm done talking. And, like I said, I just hope DirecTV and Disney get to an agreement soon. I think they will. From what Core Cutters News was saying, at least they're talking. So I hope to have an update soon on this matter, and we'll see what happens. So that being all said, thank you all very much for watching, and I'm going to wrap up this video, and I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Labor Day. So until the next one, please take care.